India census puriya shuru hobole nimide tayari hoi thagya nishna. GB Directorate of Census Operation or government laga senior officials kan Kohima Press Club office pra jankari khan dishe. Huigina ki ahya nishna census 2027 do duita phase pra jabule ase. First phase to house listing hobo kundu July pra shuru kuri ase aru itu pichide second phase to February 2027 de hobole akha ase. June 16 pra shuru kurigina self enumeration bi shuru kurishe. Aro Taikan Janaishe ke tiatak 400 Nishna family self enumeration kurigina ase. Census Puria de manukam kude choi moina pra thagi ase tade parahi entry kuribule kwa nishna achu officials kan kuishe ki double entry kuria pra penalize hobo kuishe.
On behalf of the state government of Nagaland and the Directorate of Census Operations Nagaland and PIB Kohima, I would like to extend my warm welcome to you all to this press conference on Census 2027. At the outset, I would like to express our apologies to our media friends for having to postpone this press conference earlier due to unavoidable circumstances. Nevertheless, here, we truly appreciate your cooperation and patience, and thank you for showing up today. So today, we are privileged and fortunate to have senior officers both from the state government and the central government. First, we have Dr. Kenny Machio, Director of Census Operations, Nagaland. And we have Mr. Kelevito Nisa, ADC, Commissioner Office, Nagaland Government. And Deputy Director of Census Operations, Mr. Inkong. So they will address their remarks to the media. And after that, we'll take questions. And then the press handout will be provided to you at the end of this press conference. Now I invite Dr. Kenny to deliver his remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Good afternoon, all friends in the media fraternity. We are grateful for this opportunity. As you all know, Census 2027 has already started in Nagaland. As India moves towards Viksit Bharat 2047, the data we get in this Census 2027 is going to play a major role in development planning across all sectors. Census is undertaken under Census Act 1948, which is a central subject, and this census is conducted by the central and state government in a collaborative manner. At the state level, we have a state level census coordination committee, which is headed by the chief secretary. And we also have a state nodal officer. And in our case, in Nagaland, our home commissioner is the state nodal officer. In Nagaland, we are having our first phase of census, which is called census house listing operation from July 1 to July 30. And the second phase is expected to be held in February 2027. When it comes to India, the government of India has fixed the period for house listing operation, which is the first phase from 1st April 2026 to 30th September 2026. As I said earlier, in Nagaland, the first phase is being conducted from July 1 to July 30. With these few words, I would like to request our additional Deputy Commissioner's Office to highlight the state's preparation.
Thank you so much, sir. We are currently executing a massive, highly structured administrative mobilization to ensure accuracy and full coverage for the upcoming census. All key administrative and field personnel have been formally trained, and comprehensive training are actively underway. Let me give you the administrative units or the breakups for the census 2027. We have 17 districts, 118 sub-districts, 39 statutory towns, 5 census towns, and 1,606 villages. and the functionaries appointed so far are the principal census officer, the district census officer, charge officers, master trainers, field trainers, supervisors, and enumerators. So basing on the district, all the principal census, we have 17 principal census officer who are the deputy commissioners. And the district census officer are the ADC in the headquarters who will be assisting the principal census officer. And in the charge officers are manned by the ADCs in the subdivision or the SDOs or the ASCs, and we have 157. And the master trainers, 6 master trainers, and these 6 master trainers will be training the field trainers. So for the field trainers we have 130, and supervisors for the entire state we have appointed 1016, and enumerators 5118. So this is inclusive of the active and the reserves. So a massive team of 6,461 dedicated personnel are working to ensure this exercise is a success. So we kindly request the full support and cooperation of the public as and when our enumerators visit your localities. Their success translate directly into our into better planning and development for everyone. Thank you so much.
This census 2027, it is the 16th census in India, the 8th in India since independence, and the big change that has come this time is it is called a digital census. So basically there are 4 ways in which we are going digitalized. The first thing is each household, each family has the opportunity to enlist their household during self-enumeration by going to census portal. The second thing is all the enumerators, they'll be working using mobile app. They'll be collecting all the data in their mobile app. All the analysis and tabulation will be done digitally. The third thing is all the maps then that are being used, we call it the working maps and house listing block maps. These are being generated using geo-referenced satellite imaginaries, and this is also in the app form. The fourth major intervention is we have a dedicated census management and monitoring system which is accessible to each official in the state and also in the center. So this is a transformation that is happening in census 2027. So as I highlighted, we are going in a digital form this time. All the mapping has been done using georeference satellite imaginaries. Also the data collection and processing will be done digitally. In 2007, we had a census which was acceptable widely and it was deemed accurate. We are trying to replicate many of the things which they have done during 2011 census. The most important thing which we have come across during their 2011 approach was their wide public outreach. So they have, during that time, the state government has, and the census officials have reached out to all the village, all the communities, all the towns, and to bring awareness and also to dispel the misconceptions. So this time too, we have a plan. It's already on paper and we are starting to implement it. We are reaching out to more than 1,610 villages and also those 39 urban local bodies. And as you are aware, even day before yesterday, DC Kohima had undertaking a series of consultative meetings. So these are the steps we are taking so that we get wide public support in getting an accurate census with quality data. Without the public support and cooperation from each functionary, whether it's civil functionary or governmental functionary, from the grassroots level up till the apex level, this exercise will be very difficult.
So, what about the volunteers? Because here in Nagaland, we know that people want to have registered in their own villages and also in the towns where they stay. So, how are you going to avoid those kind of things? Or there are any penalization on the volunteers?
So, as I said, public outreach is one of the most important and perhaps the most important thing in this census operations. We'll be going very extensively and intensively to all the villages and ULBs to sensitize the public regarding giving quality data. As far as double entries are concerned, there may be incidences, and if we go by the Act, there is a penal provision under Census Act 1948, not only for those who gives wrong information, but also even for us, if we project something wrongly, then we are also actually liable to penalty. Okay, so our self-enumeration in Nagaland, it started yesterday. It will last for 15 days. So it's from 16th June to 30th June. And yesterday, by around 2 p.m., the data we got was around 400 self-enumeration. 400 families have done it. We're hoping that the figure will pick up with time.
The major challenges as of now that we foresee, the first will be the weather. These people will, our enumerators will be visiting door to door. That will be a major challenge. That may be a major challenge. The other part is the manpower which we are looking at, and the technology. I mean the facilities, the internet connectivity may be another aspect where we can face some issues. So those are, as of now, see are those three challenges. So I may like to add.
Yeah, the challenges, each challenge is a major challenge. But we can't exactly classify that this is a minor challenge, this is a major challenge. The first thing which we are trying to, as we learned from 2011, the most important thing we are trying to address is to reach out to the local population, to our village functionaries, to our apex organizations, to all sectors of the community for active participation. There have been a few technological glitches, but it has been very minor. Like we are currently doing the training of the enumerators and supervisors, and with regards to the mobile app, their logging ID and passwords, we are getting only very minor issues, like 4 issues per district, or maybe 4 enumerators per district. Their mobile and the app is not matching. So, and we are addressing that on real-time basis. So, I think with the cooperation of the public at large, I think the system is in place to deliver a good census 2027. So we have checks at different levels. The data which is collected by the enumerators, they will be checked by the supervisors, and the data that is getting accumulated at the charge level, it will be also checked by the charge level. The charge levels are like our ADC-SA, ADCs, SDOs, EACs, and CEO of the municipal council or administrator of the town councils. They'll also be checking at their individual level. At the state level also, like we'll also be checking it, and the data which is deviating, like suppose the satellite data imaginary which we have in the system, and the house number is they are deviating too much. Those will be red flag, and I think the system is in place to check those anomalies. So in the first phase, which is starting from July 1 and will last till 30th July, we are doing the house listing operation. And since it is regarding the house and the buildings, we are not going to individual data. In the second phase, we'll be going for the demographic data, including the age profilation, gender, education, some health parameters, employment status. So for the second phase, the operational guidelines have not yet been issued. So we'll be able to comment on that only after the operation guidelines are issued by the Government of India.